Yesterday, we made a memory. Today, we'll change some minds.
Tomorrow,
we make history.
What did you watch or read?
And what have you done?
I don't know. I thought that really sounded great. We're not really going to change any minds. Or
No, God, no.
Yesterday, we started this show. We said, let's make a memory here today.
Yeah, I thought maybe like your batteries in your TV remote died on like MSNBC, and now you're a liberal again.
No, nothing like that. No, I go back and forth. I try to watch both sides of it. We do go inside the numbers. Boy, there's a great segment later on the grid. Dr. Phil traveling with ICE inside Chicago as they go in and take out illegal immigrants and ship them back to wherever they're from. Just a little teaser on that. One of the illegals said, "Are you Dr. Phil?"
The power of television.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I just ran this by Krista. Actually, I didn't even get to it because I said yesterday I was watching the Dan Patrick show, okay? I like him. I like Dan Patrick. And somebody called into his show. I watched it on Peacock.
Okay.
And somebody called into his show with a new rule change idea for football. And I thought, that's interesting. I want to run it by you. They didn't like it. He and his team didn't like it.
Okay.
It's not once a game bring back the old, very impolitic game of smear the queer, is it?
No.
In place of a second half kickoff?
Wouldn't that be something?
Wow.
Yeah, just give it to one guy and then go get him.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody can tackle one man.
I hate to admit, but we used to play Smear the Queer quite a bit.
There were
Yeah.
many names for the game, but
That
the one
was
that
the
stuck,
one
I
that-
think, with us the most.
Oh, clear. And I was,
Things are going back that way, I guess.
listen,
Yeah, the winds are shifting.
I was the queer many times. I mean, many times. Well, you wanted the ball.
Well, you want the ball to see what you
yeah.
can do.
You want the ball.
Yeah,
and see
I mean,
what you-
occasionally you can make it through the pack, but most of the time you don't.
oh, man, you get roughed up in that game. I mean, everybody, and then you just got to get rid of it. You know, we had a Nerf ball. Man, yeah, if you had like a bunch of people and were tired of playing or didn't want to play an actual game, you just play, hey, okay,
Yeah.
somebody would say, let's play Smear the Queer. That's impolitic.
Yeah, very impolitic.
100% right. Now, no, that was not the idea that the football fan had. But he said this could revolutionize the game the way putting the yellow line for viewers on the field did for a first down. I mean, of course, we remember the day when you didn't have that. You had to sort of look at the sticks and hope. You know.
I'm old enough to remember when they didn't even show the score.
Oh, me too. Yeah. I knew
during
that.
the game
What's the score?
until they went to commercial.
Oh, yeah. When my son watches like those old games, when I'll show him a Super Bowl from years past, a vignette, or an actual game from years past, he'll go, "What's the score?"
How much time is left?
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. That did revolutionize the viewing aspect of the game, of all the games, you know. So I was telling Chris Demm, I said, I got a possible rule change. I went through it with him, but he had, as he does so many times, left the room. So
He's really good at that.
I don't know how he does it. It's unbelievable. I will start in on something, and then I'll have it all laid out, intricate plans, and then I'll turn and be like, oh, he's not there. He didn't hear any of that.
These shoes don't make a sound.
No, unbelievable.
No.
That's your Johnson Murphy's?
Yeah, man.
He is stealthy in the way he can leave a room or leave. I mean, it's uncanny, really. So I did not.
So I didn't hear your
No.
Dan Patrick take.
Okay, here's the idea. It's an interesting idea. It really is, and it wouldn't take much. The guy said his idea is when a referee throws a flag, instead of just having a yellow flag, he has two. One is yellow, the other is blue. And if he throws the yellow flag, you know the penalty is on the offense. But if he throws the blue flag, you know it's on the defense. And that way, let's say the quarterback is back to pass and he sees a blue flag. He knows, oh, I've got a penalty against the defense. I can wing it to the end zone. You know, I don't have to guess, is it on us or is it on them? And we instantly, as a fan, because it will pop up on the screen, you know how they immediately, if a flag is thrown, it'll turn yellow. It'll turn either yellow or light blue. And if it's blue, you know it's on the defense. So you don't have to worry about the waiting around and the huddle and all that. You know who they're calling it on.
I think it might cost too much. I don't know that you can count on those officials to make those judgment calls in that split second.
Well, but he knows what he's throwing. I mean, if he's throwing offsides, he throws a blue flag.
Yeah, but he only has to reach into one pocket.
Well, you'd have to have like the blue flag in your right pocket, and your red or your yellow flag in your left pocket. Which there could be a mistake.
Well, and that's so my thing is, what if one guy throws a blue flag, and another ref throws a yellow flag because they see two different penalties.
Well, you'd just know that. You'd know there's offsetting penalties.
Okay.
I mean, we would know it as a viewer instantly because the flag would land on the field, and the quarterback would know as the play continues, I've got offsetting penalties here. He'd know that. Now, here's why.
I don't know that you'll see much benefit except in a few cases, like defensive offsides.
Well, his thing
That's
was
about the only time the quarterback can still throw.
Well, there's that. That's the one time.
That's the one time.
But really what he was saying it for was for the viewer. He said, how as we put the line on the field, I remember when they were going to add the line to the field, and everybody's like, oh, we don't need it. And as soon as you had it, it was like, oh, that's great, He liked it because you knew, how sometimes there's a huddle, and it was like, well, was it, is it illegal hands to the face on the defense, or is it holding on the offense? And so he said, well, you'd know that already. You'd know, okay, my team's not going to get anything here because the penalty's on them. But here's the reason, and I think this is right, where you don't need it, is there's drama to that. After the play's over, if the flag is out, you're like, oh, my God, who's it on? And you want that 10 seconds of buildup, of tension.
Yeah.
That's why the NFL wouldn't go for it. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think it works either. I don't think you need it, really.
And if you're a grizzled football fan, you can almost always tell what the penalty will be, depending on who drops the flag and where.
I agree. A lot of times I can get it right. A lot in an area it's holding.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they call it
so
holding.
many times if a runner breaks free, it's because there's a hold.
Absolutely. Yeah.
On a long gain. Not always.
Yeah, but
often.
And if the guy from behind the line throws it, it's like, oh, that's holding.
You know what I don't see a lot watching the game in real time is the illegal hands to the face. When the linemen are just battling one another, I don't see that as much because
exactly.
I'm trained to watch the football. You watch the person with the ball.
The two things I get wrong is if it's illegal hands to the face, what you just said, and defensive holding, where it's not pass interference, but they've somehow
and
held
it's usually off screen.
Yeah, you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Well, you'd know when that blue flag came out, we got a hold against, or we got something against the defense. But you really don't need it.
Yeah.
It's not that necessary. Then I had another take. I said the day after the Super Bowl needs to be a federal holiday.
Oh, God, really?
And Chris Demm said, that is the freezingest cold take I have ever heard in my life.
It's desiccated.
It is so tired. It is desiccated. It is
the late John Madden used to say that.
That's right. Well, the Kelsey Bros brought it up yesterday again. They were like, oh, yeah, make it a holiday.
Oh, they're podcasting again?
Yeah. The Kelsey brothers always do that. They do a podcast every week, even when one of them's in the Super Bowl. At one point, both of them were in the Super Bowl.
True.
And they said, well, somebody brought up, should we play it on a Saturday? And they were like, no, pro football is a Sunday game, but let's make the next day a holiday and nobody has to work. Now, Goodell has said, the commissioner, he wants to make it an 18-game schedule and play it every year the day before President's Day, and that way you would have a lot of people.
A built-in national holiday for many people.
Yes, but I don't know, not for everybody. And I like to, on our job, I like to get in here and mix it up.
Hash it out
the day after the Super Bowl. Have some passion about it. Review the commercials. Review the game.
The halftime. The anthem.
All of it. Exactly. So I had the freezingest cold take you
Big
can
time.
have, which is let's make the day after the Super Bowl.
I had to walk out on that take if I could.
Yeah. Well, exactly. He came back in and said, let me hit you with this one now. I said, you just missed my thing on flags. But let me hit you with this one. How about a holiday the day after the Super Bowl? Barry, you're talking about two different flags from the officials, one against the offense, one against the defense, so we know instantly who it's on. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Love the show, P1 from day one.
Thank you.
I've called high school and college football for many, many years, and we're taught that on the wings, the side officials, if it's on the offensive side, we throw our flag just a few feet toward the offensive side. Defense, we throw our flag to the defensive side of the ball. That lets everyone know who knows what's going on, who that particular penalty is going to be on.
Oh,
is that right?
Very interesting. Okay, that's good information to have. And now maybe we could, if you're really eagle-eyed, you could figure that out a little bit.
What I do notice some lately, and I don't know if this is just a thing or not, but sometimes the flags, especially for interference, come in so late. So late.
And I hate that because, especially like if you're cheering, like I was cheering for the Bills the other day, and It's like plays.
The defender makes a play.
The defender makes a play. It's clean. It's fourth down, and
he's celebrating.
Everything's changing. It goes to and then all of a sudden, here comes a flag. And it's like, the crowd's booing, so they throw a flag. You know?
And I hate that because to me, it gives people who always say, "Oh, it's fixed."
Yeah.
It gives them a reason to say, "See, late flag for no reason."
Mm-hmm. What do you hear on that, Barry? You're an official. And late flags. Do you get a lot of complaints about that?
Well, it's like in basketball, particularly if you see a guy going up for a shot and there's some contact. If the shot goes in, they're not going to call anything. If the shot misses, then that's where you get a late whistle. You also get a late flag on the penalty on a pass interference, and sometimes the crowd will dictate that flag, guys. They'll moan and groan.
Of course.
Wow.
We've heard that.
Yeah. That's where you get it, the pass interference, the late flag. Let me ask you one more question, Barry, since you're an official. I've noticed this for years, when the ball is fumbled, the official will throw down something like a beanbag.
Beanbag, right?
It's a beanbag. Yeah, that lets you know. That lets everyone know that it was fumbled.
Okay.
And if you see that beanbag fly down, that means the ball is loose and it's out of control and anybody can recover.
Okay. So that's the sole reason they do it, is to say the ball has been fumbled.
And they try to throw it near where the ball hit.
Yeah, I noticed.
But not
that.
always.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you'll see a back official on a punt throw a beanbag as well when the guy receives the punt, because that shows where the ball was possessed at. In case there's a penalty, they can go back from there too.
I did not notice that.
Smart.
Good eye.
Good job, Barry.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
It's our stripe man in stripes right there.
I like that. Thank you, Barry. And I always support the official. I just say, guys, I do. I say, guys, these guys do
Don't
it.
let Barry listen to Monday's podcast.
Yeah.
Me.
Chris Kelly's take on the AFC Championship game.
That was it. If you missed it, that's it.
Yeah.
The microphone. Chiefs. I support the guys in stripes. They do a great job.
What?
Almost every single. I mean, you try to officiate that game. That's a fast-moving game.
It's been a while. I think I have noticed, because we all watch a lot of football, college and pro. And I think I have noticed now, in the olden days, maybe 10 years ago or so, officials used to throw the flag right at the player.
Yes.
Who was the violator. Remember they blinded that poor player?
Guy for the Browns.
It went right into
in the
his
eye.
helmet and
sure
blinded him.
He sued too and won, I believe, right?
He did
Did he
try.
win?
I don't know if he won. He did. He
So
brought a lawsuit.
they still fling it, but I mean, all you need to do is simply drop it, like
Yeah.
Barry said. Offensive side of the line or defensive side of the line. As long as it's on the field, there's a flag.
And I'll tell you, the flag hit him. I was watching that game, or they showed a highlight of it quickly after it happened, and the guy got hit in the eye and started complaining. I was at home going, "Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah, hit with a flag." So, well,
You're a millionaire. Shut up.
God, he's literally half blind. Like,
Right there.
2 days later, like, yeah, he's blind in one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Get over it.
Oh, you're rich. What do you need? 2 eyes?
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah. So what? You're rich. Oh, man. A terrible
take.
Terrible.
Horrible
awful take. Man, you should have seen me yesterday. I had a meeting at 1:45. Chris Demm witnessed this.
Oh, Biggie, I wish you could have seen this.
God. I had a meeting at 1:45 with a valued client of this program. And our salesperson, Joe.
Just happened to pop in. She wanted to see the new chairs.
Yeah. You know those chairs. You've seen them. You know.
Oh, yeah. I walk by him every day.
It's talk of the town.
I love them.
Oh, there's a buzz.
Oh, there is a buzz. People are like, man, that is.
You seen the chairs?
Gaudy.
They swivel.
They swivel. They do swivel. People come in just to sit in those chairs. They love it. We have new chairs with our logo on them in the office. Now, it was 8 months in the making, but we got those chairs. And now everybody comes by and we'll say, what do you need? And they'll say, nothing. I just wanted to see these chairs. Wanted to sit in these chairs. Well, Joe came in to see the chairs. About a week ago, we had made lunch plans to go and see a valued client mid-afternoon, 1:45. This was yesterday. And I'm sitting here, just tapping away at the computer, unshaven, with my Tar Heel shirt on.
Yeah.
And she says, my usual. The usual.
You'd been out late the night before. You were angry at your fam.
Oh, yeah, well.
And you had kind of cleared the rest of your day.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get home.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot wait to get home. I'm going to sit.
No track meet.
No, nothing. My wife's on track meet.
They'll be out of the house.
I was like, I am going to watch Dan Patrick and eat yogurt all day long. I was like, I am eating some yogurt with my new vanilla yogurt peanut butter combo. And I was just looking forward to that like you wouldn't believe.
And as she's walking out the door,
Mm-hmm.
she says, "See you at 1:45."
And I say, oh, what?
One, huh?
And I was like, oh, yeah, right. And she leaves, and I'm like, oh, my God, I've got something at 1:45 today. And so I look, and it's like, oh, my God, I got to drive 30 minutes for a meeting at 1:45. I'm going to get home to like 3:15 today. And
I got yogurt.
I had yogurt. I mean, my whole plan was hinged.
I mean, dressed more like a bum.
I just could not. And that meant I had to shower at the gym, okay? And I didn't have a towel in the car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right.
How about you travel with everything?
I usually do.
They don't provide towels?
Not for the shower. No, they don't provide towel. You have to bring your towel. And they don't
They
provide.
don't do laundry.
No. So you got to bring your own towel if you're going to shower. They provide soap and shampoo, but they don't provide towel. And so I had a towel the size of a sheet of notebook paper that I used to dab off sweat with.
You
A chamois.
A chamois, if you will. That's right.
You didn't do that thing where you put your leg up on the bench near the hand dryer and let your the hand dryer blow dry your pubes.
What else are you
Air
supposed
dry
to
the
do?
gooch.
What else can you do? I'm sitting. I'm gooching like you wouldn't believe in that thing because there's no other way. And I take the towel that's the size of a postage stamp and I start dabbing myself off. And then I have
You can't ask a fellow gym member to dry you off.
Of course not. And I can't, what am I supposed to do? Buy 10 towels? They do sell towels that same size there, but I'm not going to do that. It's like, what did I have? I didn't have anything in the car. I searched the car. The only other thing I had was a toboggan.
A Chick-fil-A napkin.
But they're just not absorbent. And
If you start drying off with that, they're going to think you're homeless. They're going to think that you're lying about.
What an awful.
he lived in that car. Have you seen it?
What a terrible situation to be in. My own fault. I had it in the calendar, and yet I spaced on it.
She may have saved your career.
Even my life.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a and because she would have been calling me at 1:50 going, where are you?
Yeah.
And it was it's a 35-minute drive from where I was. And when she called me, I said, I'm sitting here knee deep in some yogurt and peanut butter.
Watching Dan
Patrick. What are you doing? She said, I'm sitting across from this valued client that advertises on your show, and he's hopping mad. Got steam coming out of his ears. Oh my God. That would have been thank goodness she said, well, I'll see you at 1:45. What? So I said to Chris Demm, I'm losing it.
And then I said, Biggie, did you ever have it?
No.
That's an insult.
No, I never had it.
No matter how accurate.
Well, how could you lose it?
I never have it. That's right. How can you lose something you never
had?
I've lost it. I've completely lost it now. So I've got to be more diligent about these
Any
things.
meetings today?
I don't know.